Hello there, this is Misha from Quick Start Forex with a quick live trade setup that is occurring right now. It is the 1st of June, Thursday morning, just before London Open, about 2 hours before London Open. So I don't want to waste a lot of time here, so I just quickly want to explain some things about this setup. We see here a good strong up move and we see clear indecision. Sorry. The entry for this setup would be a couple of pips, about 5 pips below this indecision candle here. We can see it forming quite nicely on the 8-hour as well. The 6-hour does look a bit nicer. We can see, yeah, I'll get to this in a bit. So the only problem for me in this trade, it is slightly more risky. If you go to even the 8-hour or the daily, you can see that euro-dollar has been trending quite strongly to the bullish side. However, if we scroll back, there is one more area of confluence, and that is from the highest point touching this swing high and now creating a trend line resistance. So that is a bit of confluence that might just be enough for me to take this trade. The support and resistance area is also quite strong. We can see here clearly showed that there was resistance here again, but it was actually initially placed quite a while ago from this area here. So we have a sort of a wick bounce there, wick bounce, wick bounce, wick bounce, congestion, congestion. Here we can clearly see that price has been struggling to break through this level. Again, body bounce, breakthrough, however came back into it. Then here again you can just feel sort of and see the price action struggling around this area. This was news, but still you can see sort of around this area that there was definitely resistance coming through, sellers joining the market. And now here months later we can still see that this resistance area is valid. So definitely a valid setup per se. Another thing that worries me is if we go to the news, we can see that it is tomorrow Friday, it is NFP. Alright, so the Italian bank holiday doesn't bother me too much. If the Germans had their bank holiday, that does slow the euro down quite a bit. But with just Italy's bank not being online, that's okay. That's okay for me. But however, this NFP tomorrow at 2:30, my local time at least, that is definitely a bother. My trading plan says I'm not trading before NFP, at least a couple of hours before NFP, and I will close out any trades that are not strongly in profit couple of hours before NFP. So I'm considering this trade. I think I'm going to take it. It just looks so pretty as is. We have a trend line sort of helping out in terms of confluence. We have a strong support and resistance area. We have a decent move up, and we can seriously see this indecision here on the support and resistance area. Just shows that it definitely looks like sellers are joining the fight. So yeah, I might consider taking this trade. The profit is 1.5 times the risk. So oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So in terms of stop loss placement, generally I would place the stop loss just a couple of pips, about 5 pips or so, above the high of the indecision candle. However, you can see here fairly recently, last week, we did reach this high here. And I want you to look at this. So we have a up move there. So we had a high here, then we had a fake break. Do you see it broke through this high and then it reversed? Now that's the only thing I'm scared of, is that there will be a fake break testing this high and then reversing. So if I enter this trade, my stop loss will probably be a bit higher. It will be just above the high of this indecision candle, just to accommodate for a fake break. Also, I will probably manage this trade more manually than usual, not just set and forget it, because NFP is coming out tomorrow. So a couple of hours, 3 hours or so before the announcement, I will have a look where we're at and then exit the trade if need be. It does look like the bears are sort of showing slowly but surely confirming this trade setup, so I might just enter quite soon. But that is it for this trade. I wanted to share that even though trade setup looks as pretty as this, you do have to go back to your trading plan. Is the news coming out? And sort of read the market, not just take it as it is. Alright, have a good day, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye bye.